Mark, you should put your mic stand up half an inch.
Well, what's half an inch? That's 12. So I can't quite.
Do you want me to give you a physical example of what half an inch is?
Allaby Bedders in bits.
Welcome to In Bits with Allaby Bedders from Ideal Noise Studios in London. I'm Matt Allaby.
I'm Bedders.
Oh.
Hey, we're back.
We are back, Mark.
We are back, and this time I can talk.
Yes.
Jesus.
Mark was...
Oh
I don't know what
God.
the correct word for it is. There's lots of words I could say which would be wrong.
We can't say...
No, there's lots of non-PC words.
Like, let's just bring this up. It's a fun show, but how many people were in that,
Oh, there's a lot of people in that state right
that
now.
mind space?
And I think we've already heard the Regan interview last week, and he talks about that as well, that even the artists that he knows are not quite able to make music right now, a lot of them. That everyone's in this sort of weird, foggy state.
Yeah. Well, you would have heard. Basically, I was in that state when we were interviewing Regan. I don't think I said more than 3 words.
I did have to carry that interview, if I'm honest, Mark.
So Regan, I'm really sorry, mate. I apologise for my lack of words.
What are you drinking there, Mark?
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah? What about it?
How would you describe the flavour?
It's some kind of space juice. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really hard to describe, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cherry.
Yeah. Let's describe... Okay.
It's kind of cherry cola with some sort of weird voodoo mixed in.
Tastes like fizzy cough syrup.
Yeah.
Fizzy Benylin.
I used to like it a lot when I was a kid, but I was very surprised that you bought it tonight because you're a full-grown adult.
Yeah. Well, I've always liked Dr. Pepper.
Right.
It's got amaretto.
Yeah.
Kind of flavour.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Amaretto.
That's
there
exactly what I just thought I'd test whether you knew it. But
no, I don't like amaretto.
you're a northern Philistine, so...
I don't like... I'm not into anything with amaretto. I remember in my dad's drinks cabinet, which he basically stayed the same for 15 years. Like, I never saw any of the bottles decrease.
So what was it? Did you have like... Hold on, I'm going to guess because this one was
You
in
had
my
some
dad's.
like amaretto in there.
Do you have was it Martini Rosso?
There was definitely a Martini Rosso in
classic
there.
80s.
And I think there was a Martini Blanco as well.
Blanco, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a white and a red Martini. There was a bottle of Teacher's Whiskey.
Yes.
I remember very clearly, which back in the day was good stuff. And I actually, at some point, started tucking into that.
Yeah, this is it.
When I found the key to the drinks cabinet. And I used to refill it back up with water. Because I knew my dad would never notice.
I had a
He's
feeling.
not a drinker, my
I had a
dad.
feeling you would be exactly the same as me because I used to sneak downstairs.
Yeah.
About 5. Well, not 5 in the morning. About 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning when I was a kid. Obviously, not like 5.
No.
I was about 11, whatever.
Yeah, 12, whatever.
When I was quite young, I was probably 10, 11, something like that. And because my granny used to give me sherry in a little glass.
Oh, a lovely glass of sherry.
Well, during the war, we used to love sherry to keep warm at night.
Now, so whenever my mum and dad went out the room, my gran would give me a little sip of her sherry.
Right.
And that
what,
gave,
at 10 years old?
something like that. Seriously, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so they got, and eventually she'd pass out in her little chair.
Drunk.
And I'd just walk over and just down the rest of it. Because it's sherry, it's really sweet as a kid.
It's super sweet, yeah.
So I got the taste of it, and then I would walk, down in the morning, and exactly the same as you, figured out where the key was to the...
Well, it wasn't hard for me. It was on top of the drinks cabinet.
Well, yeah.
But out of reach. But all you needed was a chair.
But they just thought we were idiots.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
But we've got kids, and we probably would think this,
No, kids are clever. They figure that shit out.
Yeah.
They know where the key is.
Well, I've got to be fully aware of that with my son. But anyway, I used to get the key, open it up, and I just down whatever sweetest alcohol there was.
So, what, amaretto?
No, it was the one that I just mentioned, Martini Rosso. Yeah, Martini or sherry.
Or sherry.
Or port.
Port wine.
Yeah. Port. So down that, and 10 years old, I'd sit in the kitchen, half cup, pissed.
Fortified wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching Jason and the Argonauts hammered.
24% alcohol.
10 years old, hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High five, Mark.
High five. Alcoholic 10-year-old. Anyway, shall we play a track?
Well, I was thinking we haven't made a drink yet.
Oh.
So we should... what's the cocktail of the podcast? Because we don't have Negroni. I'm not using Dr. Pepper.
I was going to suggest Dr. Pepper.
What have we got? Announce the official cocktail.
It's not as good as Negroni, is it?
It's not. We won't budget. I went bottom shelf vodka because I believe if you're going to make a cocktail out of vodka, there's no point buying fucking Grey Goose or whatever it is.
No.
So I went Glen's vodka.
Glen's vodka.
£7.50 for half a bottle.
You confused the girl who worked in the shop. You were like, can I have Glen's vodka? It's like, she kind of looked like, where's Glenn?
Where's Glenn?
Yeah.
And his vodka.
Yeah.
Is that what she looked like?
I think so.
Really?
She had a bit of a confused look. Anyway, yeah.
So we're going to do a vodka, soda, lime sort of vibe.
Yeah, a bit light, because it's really hot today, isn't it?
It's the hottest day of the year, Mark.
It's the hottest day of the year. It's
It's 35 degrees.
We just had a barbecue at yours.
Yeah, we had a little
nice.
burger do.
Yeah, you did a lovely little burger with kids screaming. It was mental.
Yeah, it was a bit mental.
Your lovely wife looked completely...
She looked like she'd been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Like she'd been with the kids for several hours.
For those of you abroad, that means had a hard time, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't anything sexy.
Just as a northern saying, but yeah, and it was quite a full on.
Yeah, so it's hot.
Yes,
I'm
sweaty.
So let's take a little break, make a quick cocktail.
Yeah.
Play a first track and come back and talk some nonsense.
Simon, I've got your cup of tea, love. You in there?
Do not come in here! I'm just listening to Allaby Bedders, and that's all.
Okay, love. I'll leave your tea at the door, yeah?
Oh. Excuse me. What is the name of the compilation, Mark? That Michael Easton just released.
It is Backer 3.
Which is his DJ name, isn't it? I think. Is it?
I've no idea. What
Jesus, sorry, Michael. It is. It's called Back. I think it's Backer Light.
Yeah, we're going to re-record
Should
that.
we just Should we just re-record the whole thing?
No.
Or no, let's not.
Just apologise. Sorry, Michael. Yeah. You gave me a copy of the album and it said Backer 3 on it. I didn't realise. Hold on, wait.
We've not done our research. Mark, look it up now.
Professional.
Come on.
Hold on. Jesus.
Come on, let's not edit. We'll be right back while Mark looks it up.
It is Backer version 3.
There you go.
I was right.
And you can get that now on Iboga Records, I believe.
Iboga Records, yeah.
Or as Mark says, Iboga Records.
I mean, but loads of people call it Iboga.
Right. I've always said Iboga.
Well,
am I wrong?
No. Americans say herbs. We say herbs.
Yes, because as Eddie Izzard said,
fucking H in it.
Yeah. Brilliant joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that was a great track.
Yeah. Cool. So
sorry about the noise there. I just turned the aircon off because it is bloody scorching.
I think I've just had to wring my t-shirt out. It's horrible, sweaty human.
I mean, you look gorgeous.
Thanks, man. So our new lockdown hair. Yeah. Yeah. Your hair's looking good.
Thanks, bro. Cut it myself.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out as well as the first mullet, so somehow I managed to fuck it up. But I don't know. I'll give it another go. Maybe another 2 haircuts myself because I'm getting into it now.
Yeah, I got a haircut actually, and they had sort of separate sort of perspex pods.
Did they? And everyone with masks on and pods.
Well, you walk in and you get a temperature. You get.
Oh, they did the gun thing.
Yeah, you got not an actual gun.
No, that would be weird for a hairdresser.
Clarify. Yeah, no, I got a temperature gun, and then you go in and you sit down in separate pods, and then
amazing. No one cares
about
that, Mark.
Move on.
What have you got?
Have you found any sort of new hobbies and stuff that you picked up over lockdown or
hobbies?
Yeah, any sort of new things that you picked up?
Well, I've done my back in.
You done your back only a few weeks ago, to be fair.
2 weeks ago, I think, or a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
So since then, my main hobby has
4
been
months.
has been drinking.
Sure,
That's been my main hobby.
You done, yeah.
Before that, I was cycling. I was in bloody
Yeah.
great shape. I was doing like 20 miles every 2 days or something.
Yeah,
Whiskey and beer has been my main hobby since that.
that's been your painkiller, isn't it, for your back?
Yeah,
So-
that's an excuse, I
Yeah.
guess. Good use.
Yeah, I've just been drinking loads.
I don't know if have I picked up any other hobbies? No, not really.
To be fair,
I don't think so, mate.
I haven't either, but like my son has, luckily, because otherwise it'd be a nightmare keeping him entertained. He's as I've told you, he's picked up BMXing.
Yeah.
This, in the last,
absolutely.
In the last 2 months.
We went round the BMX track together, me and him. I was on my mountain bike.
Yeah.
He was on his. That was before his BMX. Actually.
Was it before his BMX?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Was it?
Yeah, it was just
All right.
before he got it.
Yeah, so he's really got into that, and I've kind of been sat on the sidelines, like sort of old, sort of not cool dad.
Yeah.
Trying not to embarrass him.
Are you about to announce that you've bought a BMX?
No, I'm considering it because he's going out with his mum for like 5 hours at a time because she's bought one.
Actually,
She's really So, and obviously I mentioned before when I took him skateboarding that I embarrassed him quite a lot by
by being you.
by being me.
Yeah.
Saying things like cool,
Yeah.
radical. Oh, that bike's pretty rad. So there's one particular incident that happened about a month ago now.
Yeah.
He generally tries to keep me away from everyone,
Yeah.
and
Because he doesn't want the embarrassment.
well, exactly.
Yeah.
Like he'll
I understand that.
put it this way: he had a summer camp.
That's what I try and do with you. This is my friend Mark. Don't talk to him, please.
yeah. That's not true. I'm the life of the bloody party. as we all
You know that,
Yeah,
mate.
high fives.
High fives.
Yeah. Anyway, so one day, clearly my son Leo, he softened a bit, and he decided, I'm going to let you have a go on the bike.
Really?
Right? Yeah. He's like, okay, Daddy, I'll let you have a go. And I don't. If you saw the BMX track, the starter line's quite sort of like a little hill. Yeah.
Oh, I know it well. Yeah, I've done it a few
Yeah.
times.
So the starter line generally on BMX tracks is up a little hill, and then for those who are racing, a really heavy corrugated metal fence kind of comes up, electronic metal fence.
That's right.
Pops up
And
like
it
that.
drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just happened to be given the opportunity to have a go on his bike on the day where these little kiddies were practicing race runs. And there was
So they'd install the fence.
the fence was already there. It's
Oh,
already
wow.
built into the track. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in action.
Yeah, it's
the
built
fence.
into the track. So
Okay.
there was a guy there with a little button, and he pressed it. The fence popped up,
Yeah.
and I'm there. Like first time having a go on his bike, and
Yeah.
Leo's there.
It's not a child's bike.
No, it's
All BMXs look like child bikes,
Yeah,
don't they?
exactly.
It's
So
it's so funny to see an adult on a BMX because it always looks like it's an adult riding a child's bike.
yes. His bike is really.
I'm not saying that it's not cool, guys, for you, those of you who ride BMXs,
Yeah.
okay? You're very rad
You
and
all
cool.
look like children,
But you all look like adults on children's bikes.
yeah. I mean, I'm almost 40 now, and you're in your 40s, so
Well, we're both in our 40s.
yeah. Anyway, so
We're both middle-aged.
both in the middle ages. So he gave me this go on this bike, and we're lined up.
Yeah.
I basically end up lined up with other kids when I
Yeah.
just thought I was going to have a go around the track.
It's just an adult man and
Adult
lots
man.
of children
And I just thought I'd just have a little go
in
around
a
this-
race.
All of a sudden, I'm up on the hill. The fucking fence point pops up.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not just that, but all of his instructors were all
Yeah.
behind.
brilliant.
And I was the only adult. It was just not just that. They were 5-year-olds. Yeah. So they were all just tiny little kids.
Toddlers.
And I was this giant guy next. Well, not giant, but
You must have been thinking, I'm going to take all of these.
yeah, exactly that.
It's going to be easy.
I'm not going to lie to you, Matt. There was a couple of quite attractive girls there as well.
I was just going to say, the only thing missing was like some sort of girlfriend
no,
or something.
it's all there.
To be
All the
embarrassed.
all the ingredients.
All
were
the
there.
ingredients were there.
All the
Okay,
ingredients
great.
were there. I was there, and I didn't want to embarrass Leo either.
Right.
So I didn't even think it was going to be embarrassing. I thought I'll just have a go and go round.
Yeah, I can totally nail this.
Well, not nail it, but I didn't think I was going to make a tit of myself. Here we go.
Right.
So
The gate drops.
it's like
You're off.
You hear it, and it's announced on a speaker on the track. It's like boop,
Mm-hmm.
boop. I didn't know there were three beeps.
Right, so you went on the second
Yeah,
one
first one.
first. Okay.
Yeah. So So I'm waiting, staring forward. I'm in the zone.
You're in the zone,
Yeah.
like an athlete.
like Linford Christie.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in
Like an Olympian.
tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And silence descends. Yeah. Staring ahead of me.
Yeah. Waiting for the beep.
Waiting for the beep.
It's all about the beep.
Beep.
He's off.
I fly forward. I fly forward
Into the gate.
into the gate.
Yeah.
Front tyre hits the gate.
Yeah.
I fly over the bars, over the gate, roll down the hill, and look up the hill. Look up to the hill. Now, generally, when that shit happens, people don't laugh out of politeness.
No.
This was so funny. Everyone died.
Oh, there's a whole audience there.
All dying with laughter. Leo.
Well, there's a lot of parents there, obviously.
Oh my
A lot
God.
of 5-year-olds.
All laughing. All kids were laughing. Everyone was laughing. Leo looked mortified.
Of course.
And
He'd probably never forgive you.
no, I got up. I walked up the hill. And I said to him, I was like, I'll give you a bike bag. You said, I don't think BMXing's for you, Daddy.
Aw.
And that point, I just walked over. I sat on the bench, and I felt like I was my age.
Oh, mate.
You know, but I've still got it, Matt. And
I think you did very well, Mark.
thanks, mate.
I think you'll be fine.
I'm going to start skateboarding soon.
You need to get some cool hobby together
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah,
I'm not talking angling.
I was going to say fishing actually.
Yeah, no, you need you need to start diving out of airplanes in a squirrel suit to rescue yourself from that
dressed
one.
as a squirrel.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we play a track?
Let's play a
Let's
tune.
do it. What we got?
Allaby Bedders.
So, Mark,
Oh,
how have you been finding the old, the whole supermarket sort of shopping thing? Masks on and
weird.
standing 2 meters apart sort of vibe.
Yeah, I mean, recently it's been not too bad. Like
Well, I think we settled into it
yeah
somehow.
settled into it. I mean, the beginning, I went with my flatmate. We did like one weekly shop, one fortnightly shop, a big one, and I'd always end up being the one going on it. Because I was, the only person not
I think
working.
I fucked up because I was going pretty much daily. I
Right.
think that's why I caught COVID, because I was just
Yeah.
going daily to shops to pick
Well,
stuff up.
you have a way of testing fruit. You lick the fruit, and that's
Right.
Yeah.
And I lick all the door handles on the way in as well.
And the staff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to make sure that everything's fresh and
Yeah.
up to date.
You got to be careful.
Um,
That's why you got it. But
yeah, like fairly early on, I had a bit of a confrontation in the supermarket.
same actually. But I'll tell
But
you
yeah, because it was that kind of 2 meter thing now is kind of relaxed. Everyone knows what 2 meters is.
Yeah.
But early on, no one knew what 2 meters. I know what 2 meters is. It's 2 fucking paces.
Yeah.
With, if I stretch my legs out, that's a meter. I know what a meter is.
yeah.
A lot of people don't know what a meter is. So there was a lot of weird distances
Sure.
going on, and like people
But
just
all-
standing too close or too far apart.
Yeah.
And there was this instance where early on, like the queues were mental at the beginning in the
Yeah.
supermarket, and they were stretching around, my local cooperative, my local co-op, which
Yeah.
is, the nearest sort of smallish supermarket, medium-sized supermarket to my house.
Quality supermarket.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's mid-range, I would say.
Mid range is good though.
It's pretty
It's
good.
like Marks and Spencers.
No,
kinda.
it's not your Marks and Spencers.
But it's not Aldi.
Tell you what, right now, no, it's not Aldi, but right now, Marks and Spencer's always a queue outside, always.
Always.
Co-op, never a queue
No,
outside.
no,
so
no,
I
no.
go co-op every
Yeah,
time.
same. Yeah.
So yeah, I was in the co-op, and this queue was stretching around the whole bloody shop, around aisles and stuff. And I know, because I was in it for 5 minutes or so, probably even more.
Yeah.
It was slowly snaking round towards the till, and I knew there was this certain woman in front of me.
Certain woman.
Well, just a lady. I knew. I'd been staring at her behind quarters. Behind quarters? That's probably not right.
Sire, look at her behind quarters.
I'd been staring at the back half of this lady
Okay.
for several minutes.
Sounds like a horse show.
I mean, I wasn't obsessed. I'm just saying, like, that was what was in front of me.
Okay.
So I knew who was in front of me. Now, when we got to the bread aisle, Mark, which
Sure.
is on
always an erotic aisle.
it's always that's where the shit happens.
Yeah.
That's if something's going to happen, it's going to happen on the
the
bread aisle.
French sticks.
Yeah, exactly. Baguette, if you like.
Yeah.
Um,
Bloomers.
Now, when we got round there, I noticed there was another woman kind of loitering, just choosing some bread.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, she became part of the queue.
Oh, were you the one to...
Now, normally queue jumping, stuff like that, I let it go. At this time, I was with my daughter, Rowan.
Sure.
She was starting to act up.
Yeah, of course. And you were just...
I was all hot and bothered. There was a lot of virusy stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a lot of stress around. And I did not let this one go.
No.
Mark, I went full Mancunian on it.
Excuse me, love.
Yeah,
there's a fucking queue.
Well, I
here.
started off like, "You're right there. What's going on? There's a queue." That kind of sort of talk. And it's just like, "Oh no, I was in front of you." I'm
Were
like,
you?
"Well, no, you are now." But the lady there in front of you was the lady that's been in front of me for the last 5-10 minutes while we've been queuing.
Yeah.
The queue goes back around the shop.
Yeah.
And then she chose at some point. She argued a bit back and forth. Like, yes, no, I was in front of you and your daughter.
No.
I was like, yes, you are now. Yes, I understand. You're in front of me and my daughter now. And at some point, when she realised what was going on, she decided to just blank me.
What? That was her tactic?
That was a tactic.
That was a tactic, was it?
Once we got to the tills, her tactic then was to ignore me.
Just ignore you?
Just ignore
And
me
just stay in the
completely.
queue?
So I realised that this is a woman that's never had to deal with confrontation before. And I'm quite happy with confrontation.
Were you relentless with it? You
I was
just keep
relentless
going?
with
Yeah.
it because I was fuming.
Oh,
Mark.
it's brilliant.
I was really upset.
I bet people behind you were laughing.
They probably were, but then Rowan started crying.
Oh, no.
And then it turns into a situation.
Yeah.
Because then I felt bad. Then I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I expending this energy?
Yeah.
Like berating this woman who's now blanking me. Like this. Now you look like the crazy guy shouting at this person. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
No,
I'm still trying to get used to this whole supermarket
It's
thing.
weird. It's
I think
kind of like
everyone is.
driving where people aren't scared of shouting at people when they're in the car. All of a sudden, it kind of... I had the same thing. You were talking about the distance, the 200-metre...
200 metre.
Fucking hell. I've had a
Who
few,
are you?
few
Usain
drinks.
Bolt?
Yeah, well, yeah. A big supermarket. But, I went round the corner of an aisle quite quickly. I was doing the big shop with my mate, and he would send me off to get something from an aisle.
Yeah, you get the beans, I'll
He's
get the
like,
milk.
Beans and peanut butter. Okay,
Right.
go. Boom. And you'd kind of dash off,
Yeah.
get those two things and see how quickly you could do it. And I just burning around a corner. And then I kind of just went around the corner and walked around this guy. And he just shouted, "Excuse me, 2 meters?"
Really?
Yeah, and I was same as you. I just went, "Oh, fuck off." I would never normally talk to someone like that. But for some reason, I felt like telling him to do one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also a shame, isn't it? But yeah. I mean, that makes you sound bad.
It
to be
does.
honest.
It does, actually, in hindsight.
And maybe
I wish
in
I hadn't
hindsight-
told that story.
But
now.
maybe in hindsight, I was bad as well. I don't know where the rules are there. You know what I mean?
Well, that was just about queue jumping. Mine
I
was
know
just
I-
not being a good person. I
Yeah, that sounds like you were just being a bad person.
Oh, okay.
And it sounds like I was a hero.
You were a bloody hero.
Let's play a link.
Let's do it.
No, play a track.
Superman.
Okay. Is that what the track's called?
No.
All right.
I've
What
got
is the track?
get a track ready. Oh, Allaby Bedders.
So I got a message the other day, Mark.
Oh,
A Facebook message.
I like messages.
From an old friend of mine who used to hang out, I don't know, like back in the day. We're talking. Good. You feel the energy's gone down? Yeah. Let's have a little sip on this cocktail.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, cheers.
Get my glass. Don't put it over my lap.
We've made our
Oh, that's lovely.
vodka. What is this? Vodka
soda and lime.
It's beautiful.
Lovely.
Very fresh on this hot summer's day.
Beautiful.
Come on, let's pick the energy up now.
Oh, right. Woo! Woo! Wackadacadoo days.
So I got a message from an old mate of mine.
Have you?
I've not seen for. Have you?
Good.
I've not seen her for years and years and years, but we keep in touch sort of, once a year, whatever, have a little chat over Messenger. But he started sending me...
Dick pics.
He was out... No, thankfully, no. That would have been a very short conversation.
Yeah.
One message, and I'd be like, I think you might have the wrong idea here, sir.
Steve, I'm not really...
Yeah. It wasn't Steve, by the way. Because I do have a friend called Steve.
Why, aye?
Yeah.
The Greek Geordie.
It wasn't Steve. I'm not going to mention who it was. But an old friend of mine, dear friend, and he started asking me about the because he's out in another country. Oh, fuck it, I'll say it, Brazil. And Brazil's getting hit now. But back in whenever this was, April, May, they weren't at all. There was not a lot happening. And
So
he was like, so is there really a virus going on? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, well, it's hard to know what to believe in the news.
Yeah.
I was like, no, believe the news.
Well, I mean, we were like that when Italy was kicking off. And
No, but we were complacent. His vibe was more
it's a
like,
conspiracy.
it's a conspiracy.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, oh no. And then he started sending me videos, like conspiracy videos
Is
about
this Bill Gates?
about Bill Gates and about COVID and then he sent me a video and I said, that looks very like a conspiracy video.
Yeah.
So I was like, are you a conspiracy guy now? And he got really offended by that.
People don't think that when they...
He got really offended
Yeah.
by it. And I was like, oh no, my old mate now is one of those people.
By the way, if you are one of those people, great.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean...
I was trying to be inclusive.
The thing is like his point was you should question more, the facts. I'm like, I do my research, my friend. You, like, within 10 minutes after he sent the video,
Yeah.
I researched the video.
Sure.
I.e., who made it,
Instantly
the people
called out
speaking
as
on it.
bollocks. Yeah.
Instantly, all these
Yeah.
people were spurious people who like have no business making comments on this. I was like, my friend, you need to do research on the stuff that you're sending me.
Yeah.
Not just like, like I do research on the facts. The way I've been treating this whole thing actually is just finding like doctors and surgeons and people who are scientists on YouTube.
Yes.
I've not been watching the news. I go
No,
to
me
YouTube.
neither. It's
and
too scaremongery.
Yeah, I've been listening to people who know what they're fucking talking about. Like scientists, like legit doctors. And,
Lots of podcasts out there with some good, people.
Yeah,
in
those
the know.
people who are saying stuff. So,
Obviously
that's,
not us.
That's definitely not us.
Don't come here for
virus advice.
no.
I mean, yeah.
Well, if you want advice on swearing at people in the supermarket, you come to the right place.
Absolutely.
So-
and if, licking doorknobs sounds like a good idea.
Glad you said door.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where. I don't. That's all I had.
That's great. That's great. I mean, like,
have you heard some of these wild sort of conspiracies?
yeah, I have, and I don't want to, point out people that I know that may have gone down that route.
Oh, so you know a couple of people as well.
I do, but at the same time, I genuinely don't want to.
It's so ridiculous to me now.
It is, but at the same time, people.
That was a fun thing to do when I was 18. That kind
Yeah.
of conspiracy, and of course, some of those conspiracies are going to end up being true. But the vast majority of this is just, fear-mongering nonsense.
Isn't the mad part of the people, like the mask sort of rejectors and those sort of, I don't want to say Americans because obviously, love you guys.
We had rallies in London about that.
Well, yeah, exactly.
About wearing masks and anti-vaccinations and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel now we're going down a route that's too serious.
Shall I get my knob out?
Yeah. Mark, if you could just stand up, take your trousers down.
Right, hold on, give me a second.
And we'll film it, and then hopefully that'll bring the podcast back round to...
Is that all right?
That's perfect.
Yep.
I mean, literally, that's perfect.
Cheers, mate. Play a track.
Okay, what are we going to play?
During all of this COVID lockdown business, I've been keeping myself entertained by listening to In Bits with Allaby and Bedders. And, of course, my favourite audio-erotic novels. My pussy loves it.
Yep.
So, obviously, we've been talking a lot about the pandemic period. I don't like to call it lockdown. And also, like...
What do you want to call it then?
Well, I call it pandemic.
Pandemic.
The pandemic, because I always say it like that. I don't want to call it lockdown anymore. Let's call it pandemic, because it's not lockdown.
Let's come up with a new name.
The
viral...
fucker.
The fucker.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about something that happened to me last week.
Yeah.
It's all kind of linked with what's been going on.
Was it brilliant?
It wasn't brilliant. It was a bit of it was an embarrassing yet, silly moment. I was on my way to near Wales, as I told you last week, to see a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was on the train. It was like, a 4-hour train in total from London to where I was going.
Yeah.
And
Near Wales.
have you, how long, what's, the longest that you've worn a mask? Because 4 hours is fucking uncomfortable.
Oh, and me, 10 minutes in a shop. Yeah.
So last Friday, you probably remember it was the hottest day of the year at that point, other than today.
Yeah.
So I was
You
on
did the whole journey.
whole journey
in a mask.
wearing a mask. At the beginning of the trip, I kind of bought some snacks.
Lovely. What did you get?
Well,
I'm
Thanks for
interested in
asking.
the snacks.
I bought a pipe of Pringles.
Yep,
Pipe
perfect. Was it a whole pipe or a quarter?
Full pipe.
Full pipe.
Full pipe.
Excellent.
They were.
I always go full pipe.
Yeah, full pipe.
Yeah.
You don't want to go half pipe.
No.
I did a barbecue pipe of Pringles.
Brilliant. Love
I
barbecue.
think I only got a shit sandwich, like a
Shit sandwich.
Chicken.
What, actual shit or just? Didn't know that was an option.
it's my favourite filling.
So chicken stuffing, chicken,
literally
salad.
one of those horrendous
Right. Okay.
sandwiches, and you whatever drink. And anyway, I kind of knew that you were really supposed to take your mask off at any point, and
No, you've got to eat.
I know,
You can take
but
it off to eat.
I have it in my head
Obviously.
that I've got to do, pull the mask down quickly.
Hang on a minute. Were you trying to eat under the mask?
Well, you pull your mask down, take your mouthful,
right.
and then
have
you
a Pringle.
and then
and then
pop
pop
your
it back
yeah,
up.
exactly. But the problem is you're eating in this sweat box,
Yeah.
and your mouth's moving up and down. Your mask's slowly making its way down your nose.
Riding down.
Yeah, riding down your face. So anyway, I got about 2.5 hours into the journey, and I was like, "Snack time, baby!
Yeah.
Let's eat." So I got the pipe of Pringles out.
Yeah.
I popped it, and
Yeah.
as you know, you can't stop
You cannot.
when you pop.
That's
So
silly. Yeah.
and because of the mask situation, Matt, I shoveled. We would all do it. I shoveled more.
Probably about 20 Pringles.
Yeah, more in than you need.
Yeah, because
Because
you know you got to wait a bit
Yeah.
of time before the next time you can do it.
Exactly. You got to pull the mask
Yeah.
up, and then you. So I
So
put.
probably a good inch and a half worth of.
What's that?
That's an inch and a half.
Is that an inch
Yeah.
and a half? So I put that in,
Oh, God.
wedged it into my mouth, and then I pulled the mask up,
Right.
and I'm there like,
Yeah.
crunching away behind the mask.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And at one point, a bit of crisp went down the wrong way.
Right.
Now,
Into the old blowhole.
into the blowhole. We all know what it's like when we're at dinner at a mate's and we choke on a bit of food. You instantly know that you're annoying people because you have that continuous
Yeah, you should leave the room, go to the bathroom at that point.
You have the continuous cough.
Yeah, take some
Right.
water, go to the
And you're
bathroom. Get over it. Yeah.
And and somebody at the dinner table goes, "Are you all right there?"
Yeah.
Gets annoyed.
Yeah, but also coughing now is the new weird
Right, this is the
etiquette.
point I was going to make.
Yeah.
So
I mean, allergies are a problem right now because
Yeah.
a lot of people coughing and sneezing from allergies.
Yeah.
And everyone just immediately starts
Right.
walking away
you
from
cough
them
once and
looking
a
at
whole
them.
squat team just
Yes.
lands in through the ceiling.
Yeah, arrest you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started coughing profusely, like
Yeah.
continuous. And
From your pipe of Pringles.
from a pipe of yeah, exactly. And I took a sip of water, it didn't work, cough. And then eventually it subsided, but I was still
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed next to me a couple just get up and walk through to the other carriage.
Yeah.
And a woman just in front of me
Yeah.
get up
Yeah.
and follow them.
Well, they didn't want your virus.
Completely, I basically cleared 3 or 4 people out of the carriage.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually.
And I just know, I watched them go. I was like, are they getting up because of me? And they walked through,
Definitely.
sat down in the carriage next.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely just getting up.
I was just,
you.
I just felt like such a leper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
But that's what it is. It's don't cough. If you've got a tickle in your throat and you walk into a shop, you're in trouble.
You're in
'Cause
big
you've got to get
trouble.
your shop done with like a tickly throat. You're in big trubs.
Let's play a tune, mate.
All right. Well, what we're going to play?
I think we should play a track from the mighty Nano Records.
Oh, those boys.
Yeah, that old bunch.
I'm only 9 years old, and I'm not allowed to listen to this show. It's really inappropriate.
Alright, Skazi here, how's it going? Rock and roll! I got in trouble with the wife today because I was smashing out electric guitar to trance music. She came up to the attic and threw a whole plate of chips and hummus at me. She said last time that trance music and guitar went together it was Dire Straits and GMS back in 2001. I don't agree. Rock and roll!
Oh. I think we did this before, haven't we?
Yeah, we've done it before.
It works though, doesn't it?
It's good. Harmony intro per show.
We're going to play a classic tune. Excuse me, COVID. It's called Hally Bop. Do you remember this track?
Yeah, I love Hally Bop.
Do you remember the
really
actual
is.
time period when Hally Bop the Comet?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And everyone was going crazy about there was cults
End of the
going, the end
world.
of the world, that Hally Bop was coming. It was around 1997.
Yeah.
And that happened to be the exact time that I started a club night in Manchester called Sunrise. And the reason I started that night was because I met an insane but lovely and crazy and intense Greek man called Christo K. Through a lot of Greek friends of mine in Manchester. Manchester's a very student-heavy town.
Yeah.
A lot of Greek students there, so I met a lot of wonderful Greek people who I still know to this day, and I love them dearly. And Christo was this guy who, he arrived on this scene in Manchester. He just moved there seemingly from nowhere as an experienced DJ, a man who was probably about 10 years older than me, already an experienced DJ. His mixing skills were unparalleled. I'd never seen anything like it. I'd never heard him do a mix wrong ever. Like, we're talking about vinyl mixing back in the day, obviously.
Yeah.
He never ever put a step wrong in terms of beat matching or anything like that. And he was the man that got me into trance music.
Didn't he do like a weird trick with like a bowl or something?
He
or
had
ashtray
all sorts of mad tricks. So he would turn up at parties and play at a party, and we'd all just be playing our shitty bedroom DJ sets.
Yeah.
He would turn up and do things like put an ashtray on the record, on the turntable.
on the mat.
Yeah, on the mat in the middle, and then put the record on top of the ashtray. And it would take some, seconds maneuvering to set it up right. Then what he would do is take the stylus out of the arm, turn it upside down,
It's
put it
nuts.
back in, and
Do it
then put
upside
that
down.
underneath the record, which is lifted off the ashtray,
ridiculous.
which played the record backwards. So then he would mix the record in backwards.
Yeah.
Like, you would do tricks like that. And one of the first parties I heard him play at was a house party in Manchester. He did that trick, and I'm not shitting you, the speakers at the party set on fire. Now, I don't know why that happened. I don't know if it was anything to do with his backward record stuff or whatever, or whether he was just some sort of wizard.
Yes. Let's go with that. Let's go with the wizard.
I actually suspect maybe it was just some sort of technical fault with the speakers. But the fact that it happened in that moment was really special.
For that insane trick. And
Because he was this new guy who turned up from Greece, this mysterious man who could mix brilliantly, and he just set speakers on fire at a house party playing backward records.
Yeah, a mystical legend.
People were like, is he the devil? Or like, who the fuck is this guy? But we ended up hooking up and actually starting a club night together. And he was one of those people that could inspire you. He was a deeply troubled person, a very sensitive person. But he was one of those few people that could inspire you to get things done in life.
Yeah.
Like, he would just say, we can make this happen. And I believed him. And he was like, we can put on a club night. We can do this. We can play around Europe. We can get gigs around the world. We can do this.
Yeah.
And we did all of those things. The couple of years I spent with Christo, we ate, slept, not literally slept together, but you know what I mean. We lived together in the same houses, several houses. We lived together, slept together, put on this club night, promoted the fuck out of it, turned it into a successful club night that I believe is still running to this day in some shape or form.
Yeah.
And it was a wonderful experience. It was a great part of my life. And through that part of my life, I met people like Tristan, and I met Nano Records and stuff because of the club night that I put on with Christo. So he was an important turning point for me. And he recently passed away. And I'm going to play this track now, Hally Bop. Mark,
Hey.
if I'm honest, I'm on quite strong painkillers.
Yeah, you are.
You brought me some dihydrocodeine.
I mean, I'm not a peddler.
No, but my back is in. I've done something really bad to my back.
You're in bits.
It was very nice of you to bring them round. If
Yeah,
I'm
you're
honest, they're really kicking in now, and I'm
your
feeling a bit wonky.
Your eyes have got a bit dopey, to be fair.
But my back is hurting much less,
Good.
so that's really good.
Yeah,
right?
cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Nice. We've done lots of cheersing in this show.
Oh, it was a lovely pod. It's really nice to be back talking again
It is.
and playing music with my mate.
I'm enjoying being out of the lockdown funk.
Yeah. Have we got anything to promote? I should just say Ideal Noise, I guess. You can always come to Ideal Noise, and if you need anything mixing, mastering, if you need any lessons, I'm teaching over Zoom, master classes, which I've been doing for 5-6 years. I think I'm pretty good at it.
You are very good.
I'm not one of these people who've just jumped on the old teaching train. I've been doing it for several years now, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
It's a skill you need to acquire, and I think I'm pretty good at it.
You're very
So
good.
if you want to learn how to make some kind of music, any kind of music, you can slide into the old DMs.
So what's your Instagram handle?
I believe it's Ideal Noise or Ideal Noise UK, something like that.
Facebook again, same.
The link will be in whatever you're listening to this podcast
so you
on.
do online lessons.
Online lessons. You can come to the studio now, even with a mask on.
Yeah.
We've got a huge bottle of sanitizer, hand
Ridiculous,
sanitizer.
and it's the velocity of it's a bit much. It kind of squirts out.
Yeah, I
Really?
mean, it's ridiculous.
Went all over my shorts and my crotch.
I bought that that's 2.5 litres. So I was thinking that maybe the pandemic might go on for 4 years.
Well, for now, no.
What I'm trying to say is we're covered. So
We're all right,
you can come round. We're still in business here. So if you need any kind of music service,
Voiceover work.
voiceover work, Mark's still available. Give us
No,
a
I didn't mean that. I just meant you could produce it. But yeah, I'll do a silly voice.
well, give us a voice, Mark.
I'm Morgan Freeman.
There you go.
we go.
The genius that is.
That is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we'll wrap this up here,
Yeah,
mate.
let's wrap it there.
We love you.
Oh my God, we love you.
Let's play a track. Now, the main problem in trance is there's never enough dick.
No, I can't get enough dick.
We've been looking for some new Dickster. Let's just make that clear.
Oh, funny because his name is Dick.
I know.
Yeah, we love you, Dick.
Oh.
Oh,
And we'd love to play some, but there's no new dick.
gotta find some new dick.
Oh, is this too just obvious to use?
Yeah, no.
No.
That is the level that we create in our show.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we set the bar there.
Yeah, that is the. No, they know.
And we're not going to raise it.